Tamil Nadu. There's a huge controversy over the very famous restaurant owner, the Annapoorna restaurant chain in Coimbatore. The owner's GST rant after he went on a rant about GST and taxes. Soon after, and this was in an event where Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was present, another video soon after emerged where the owner is seen apologizing to the finance minister. And this has triggered huge outrage and a massive political controversy. This is the Annapoorna Hotel owner Srinivasan, who was at an event where you had BJP MLA Srinivasan and also Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who was there. And he was talking about GST and how impractical it is for restaurants. And after that, another video, which you see in the middle of your screens, was leaked by the BJP, in which the restaurant owner is apologizing to Nirmala Sitharaman. Let's play out for you both the sequences.
அடுத்தது காபி குடிக்கணும், காரம் வேணும்ங்கிறது, காரத்துக்கு 12ன்னு சொன்னா உடனே சண்டைக்கு வர்றது, இது டெய்லி எங்களுக்கு நடக்குது பிரச்சனை. ஒரே பில்லுல ஒரு ஃபேமிலிக்கு டிஃபரெண்டா ஜிஎஸ்டி போட்டு கொடுக்கறது கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. ஒரு பன்னுக்கு ஜிஎஸ்டி கிடையாது, பன்னுக்குள்ள ஒரு கிரீம் வச்சுட்டு அதுக்கு 18% ஆயிடும். கஸ்டமர் என்ன சொல்றாரு, நீ கிரீமையும் ஜாமையும் கொண்டா நானே வச்சுக்கிறேன். இந்த பார்ட்டியும் நான் வந்து மனசு இரவு நான்
அவர் பெரியவர், தொழிலில் ரொம்ப நாளாக இருக்கார், கேள்வி கேட்டார். ஆனால் அதுக்கு நான் அங்கே பதில் கொடுக்கல. உங்கள் மூலமாக நான் இப்போ பதில் சொல்கிறேன். குழுமம் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கு அந்த விஷயத்தெல்லாம். ஜனரஞ்சங்கமாக பேசுறதுனால ஜிஎஸ்டிக்கு பரம விரோதமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய மக்களுக்கு அது ரொம்ப ஆதாயமாக கிடைக்கும். பார்த்தீங்களா, ஊருக மாமியை கேள்வி கேட்டார், அதுவும் என்ன சிரிக்கிறாங்க எல்லாரும், அந்த அம்மாவுக்கு விஷயம் தெரியுமா? நான் யாரோட காமெண்ட்டுக்கும் கவலைப்படுறது இல்லைங்க. ஜிஎஸ்டியை நல்லா எளிமையாகவும் சுலபமாக ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறதுக்கும் மக்கள் மீது கடுமையாக ரேட் இல்லாமல் இருக்கிறதுக்கும் எத்தனை முயற்சி பண்ணணுமோ அத்தனை முயற்சி நாங்கள் எல்லாரும் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். கவுன்சிலில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒவ்வொரு அமைச்சரும் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க.
Was he forced and made to extend apology after his video went viral? The message is, see, we are the authority, we are not public servants. Don't dare to raise your voice or extend an opinion in an open forum. Stay where you are. Finance Minister Sitharaman could have paid a visit to the GST office in Coimbatore and could have seen the plight of that office. There is no reception, there is no seat or a chair for any honest taxpayer visiting the office to sit. For the same reason, did the hotelier was forced to extend his apologies to Nirmala Sitharaman?
Okay, so you heard there from Mr. Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK, but let's just explain to you what's played out here. You first had a video, which is in the extreme right of your screens, where Mr. Srinivasan, who's the owner of the very, very popular Sri Annapoorna restaurant chain in Coimbatore, raised a number of questions about GST, and he did it with a touch of humor as well. Now, soon after that, the BJP released a video, which is seen in the middle of your screens, where Mr. Srinivasan is seated with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and is actually apologizing for raising questions on GST. And this is what's triggered huge outrage. One, why was this kind of a video put out? Secondly, why is he even apologizing in the first place? Pramod Madhav is joining us live from Chennai with more details on this. Pramod, huge political controversy that's played out over this. Mr. Srinivasan is essentially a renowned figure in Coimbatore. But before that, let me get in a reaction from the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Mr. Saravanan is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Saravanan, vanakkam. What do you make of this whole controversy, sir? First, of Mr. Srinivasan mocking GST rates and then having to apologize to Nirmala Sitharaman, all of which is taped and then put out by the BJP.
See, Mr. Srinivasan was not mocking the GST rates. He was merely pointing out how difficult it is. When you have 5% GST for bun and have 18% GST when you put that cream inside that bun and 5% GST for the cream. He said, how will the computers are also flummoxed to build this? He says this is creating lot of inconvenience for the business. So why did they have this meeting in the first place? To find out what are the problems faced by the business houses. Then he explained the irrational rates of GST, it became viral. Instead of giving explanation or assuaging these concerns of the businessmen, what do? We don't know how they did this, but the next day there comes a video where he is seen inside the place, inside a room with the MLA, with the finance minister and some other officials, and he apologizes. He was made, definitely, it is anybody's guess that he was made to apologize for bringing the concern. Then why do you have these meetings at all? And the same thing happens in Gujarat. Was that man forced to apologize? And why this is happening to Tamilians alone? This is a scant respect. They want to insult. The BJP continuously is insulting Tamilians. This is one more example.
You're saying that because he's a Tamilian, he was targeted.
What?
Because he was a Tamilian, Mr. Saravanan, you believe that he was treated in this manner?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because that's what I'm saying. Earlier, North India, same thing happened. Was that gentleman asked to apologize? He was talking about how the union government is making money between. It was also widely shared, widely circulated in a similar incident, similar setting. But why this man alone targeted?
Mr. Saravanan, there's
a question in everybody's mind.
Mr. Saravanan, the BJP, Mr. Annamalai, is taken to social media to now apologize. He says that it was wrong and we express regret for putting out the video. What's your response to that?
See, that's what Mr. Annamalai, I don't know, what is he now in Tamil Nadu BJP? He was an ex-leader of Tamil Nadu BJP. And now, I don't know, he has some sinister motive. Because half an hour back, the MLA, Madam Vanaji Srinivasan, she gave a different twist. She said it is only because these questions are raised only because she was a woman MLA and the finance minister is a woman. Probably to nullify, not to give Mrs. Vanaji Srinivasan a political space, Mr. Annamalai had done this. Until now, he has not spoken anything. There is already rumors of a cold war going between Madam Vanaji Srinivasan and Mr. Annamalai. So we don't know why Mr. Annamalai all of a sudden tweets about something that is happening here. He is busy studying politics in UK.
Okay, all right. Mr. Saravanan, thank you for joining us with your view on this. Let's cut across to breaking news that's coming in on the story. Rahul Gandhi has now reacted to this entire video. Rahul questioning why this restaurateur's request was met with arrogance. Rahul Gandhi said that MSMEs have been asking for relief for years. A red carpet is laid out by the Modi government for billionaire friends, and yet this is how small-time businessmen are being treated by the government. This is Rahul Gandhi now lashing out as well at the government over these two videos that have now gone viral. First, of Mr. Srinivasan, the restaurant owner, raising questions, and then of him apologizing to Nirmala Sitharaman. Rahul Gandhi says this is the reality of the Modi government, that a red carpet is laid out for billionaires, but small-time businessmen are being treated in this manner with arrogance. Rahul Gandhi also saying that MSMEs have been seeking relief for years, and yet nothing has been done about it. Okay, so this is in fact the reaction that's come in right now from Rahul Gandhi, who's also referred to these videos to lash out at the government. And in fact, you've got several opposition leaders who've been raising questions over why exactly Mr. Srinivasan had to apologize and then why the BJP also released that video. Pramod Madhav is joining us live from Chennai with more details on this. Pramod, Mr. Srinivasan is a very renowned figure in Coimbatore, very influential figure as well. And the fact that he was in this meeting, clearly, of course, with a touch of humor, talking about these GST rates and how confusing it was, and then having to apologize for it to the finance minister hasn't gone down well with several of the parties in Tamil Nadu. It's triggered a huge political storm that the BJP is now attempting to put out.
It absolutely is, Akshita, because just like you mentioned, he's a renowned businessman, but also a neutral businessman, and he is like from a place, as you know, Coimbatore and Tirupur, which was very much badly affected during the GST issue, and still they are reeling under it. And that's the reason every time the finance minister goes over there to meet the businessmen, this becomes an issue, GST. And unfortunately, him apologizing for that being leaked, that has turned out to be a huge issue, because questions are now being raised whether a commoner is allowed to question authority in democracy. But however, just now, Annamalai has also issued a statement on Twitter where he has apologized, calling this as an unintended breach of security, and he has also said that he has spoken to Srinivasan. However, be it DMK, AIDMK or other opposition parties, they are not taking this lightly, Akshita.
Absolutely. Pramod, just stay with me because we've got a reaction from the BJP as well on this. So the BJP is now apologized for posting this video of, in fact, the conversation between the restaurant owner and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, a 15-second clip in which, in fact, the owner is seen apologizing for his comments on GST to Nirmala Sitharaman. Annamalai, who's currently in the UK, has put out a post on social media confirming and saying that, yes, this was a breach of privacy by BJP workers. He's also expressed his regrets, apologizing and saying, I've had a conversation with Mr. Srinivasan. We've personally expressed our regrets to him over that video being put out. This is the reaction that's come in from Annamalai. But Pramod, even as the BJP has expressed their regret over that 15-second video being leaked of the apology that the restaurant owner was giving to Nirmala Sitharaman, there are no answers as to why he's, having to apologize in the first place.
It absolutely is, Akshita, but it looks like Annamalai is not the person to answer that one, because he apologized to Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, in front of Srinivasan. And even in that apology, it's a 4-minute apology where Srinivasan said that he is not belonging to any party. He did not sleep properly, and he has been receiving multiple calls. So we can kind of see the kind of depression he has gone through after making that amusing communication, because all he wanted was to make the finance minister understand that when you run a hotel, you cannot have a separate GST for sweets, a separate GST for cream, and another separate GST for namkeen. But that turned out to be a huge issue, because the main question that was put forward is that how the authorities were not connected to the ground and what are the issues faced in the ground by MSME. So now that's the reason this apology has turned out to be a huge issue in the state, Akshita.
Absolutely. Pramod, just stay with us. Let's get you more breaking news that's coming in right now on this entire story. We've had a huge controversy playing out over these videos. Let's tell you about that, and let's get you those videos once again. The video of the Sri Annapoorna Hotel owner Srinivasan first raking up GST rates and talking about how impractical it is in the presence of Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and MLA Vanati Srinivasan at an event. And then another video, 15-second video, in which he's seen apologizing to the finance minister, which was released by the BJP, for which now they've apologized.
அடுத்தது காபி கொடுக்கணும், காரம் வேணுங்கிறது. காரத்துக்கு 12ன்னு சொன்னா உடனே சண்டைக்கு வர்றது. இது டெய்லி எங்களுக்கு நடக்குது பிரச்சனை. ஒரே பில்லுல ஒரு ஃபேமிலிக்கு டிஃப்ரெண்டா ஜிஎஸ்டி போட்டு கொடுக்கறது கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. ஒரு பன்னுக்கு ஜிஎஸ்டி கிடையாது. பன்னுக்குள்ள ஒரு கிரீம் வச்சுட்டா அதுக்கு 18% ஆயிடும். கஸ்டமர் என்ன சொல்றாரு, நீ கிரீமியை ஜாமையும் கொண்டா நானே வச்சுக்கிறேன்.
இந்த பார்ட்டியும் நான் வந்து மனசு இரவு நான்
அவர் பெரியவர், தொழிலில் ரொம்ப நாளாக இருக்கார். கேள்வி கேட்டார், ஆனால் அதுக்கு நான் அங்கே பதில் கொடுக்கல. உங்கள் மூலமாக நான் இப்போ பதில் சொல்கிறேன். குழுமம் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கு அந்த விஷயத்தெல்லாம். ஜனரஞ்சங்கமாக பேசுறதுனால ஜிஎஸ்டிக்கு பரம விரோதமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய மக்களுக்கு அது ரொம்ப ஆதாயமாக கிடைக்கும். பார்த்தீங்களா, ஊருக மாமியை கேள்வி கேட்டார், அதுவும் என்ன சிரிக்கிறாங்க எல்லாரும், அந்த அம்மாவுக்கு விஷயம் தெரியுமா? நான் யாரோட காமெண்ட்டுக்கும் கவலைப்படுறது இல்லைங்க. ஜிஎஸ்டியை நல்லா எளிமையாகவும் சுலபமாக ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறதுக்கும் மக்கள் மீது கடுமையாக ரேட் இல்லாமல் இருக்கிறதுக்கும் எத்தனை முயற்சி பண்ணணுமோ அத்தனை முயற்சி நாங்கள் எல்லாரும் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். கவுன்சிலில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒவ்வொரு அமைச்சரும் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க.
Was he forced and made to extend apology after his video went viral? The message is, see, we are the authority, we are not public servants. Don't dare to raise your voice or extend an opinion in an open forum. Stay where you are. Finance Minister Sitharaman could have paid a visit to the GST office in Coimbatore and could have seen the plight of that office. There is no reception, there is no seat or a chair for any honest taxpayer visiting the office to sit. For the same reason, did the hotelier was forced to extend his apologies to Nirmala Sitharaman?
Okay, let's take this back across to Pramod for more details. Pramod, those two videos triggering this huge war and huge controversy, but has Mr. Srinivasan, the restaurant owner, seen in those videos, spoken out yet on why he felt the need to apologize? Was he feeling pressure from the BJP? Is that what made him actually issue that apology after raising the issue of GST rates?
Akshita, we tried to reach Srinivasan from the moment he actually spoke about GST in that particular meeting as well, but he has been evading, and today morning we did speak to him, but unfortunately he was not ready to respond to why he apologized or any kind of issue he had. He only simply said that he's out of town for the next 2 days and he didn't want to speak on it. Unfortunately, it looks like this particular event has taken a huge toll on him, because in that particular video where we could see him apologizing to Nirmala Sitharaman, he actually says that he did not sleep for a couple of days, and like he has been receiving a lot of calls as well. There are a lot of support for Srinivasan, but it looks like he wants to remain neutral, and that's the reason he's finding it a little difficult how to handle the situation, Akshita.
That's right. And in fact, in that video, that's exactly what he's communicating to Nirmala Sitharaman, that his criticism doesn't come from a place of being on the side of another political party, that there's no, maligning involved here, that he was just raising an issue that everyone had a grouse and a problem with. And that's exactly what Mr. Srinivasan communicates to Nirmala Sitharaman in the 15-second video. As you can see there, she's listening as he apologizes and says that I'm sorry, I don't belong to any political party, and essentially takes back the comments that he'd made. The DMK now in their criticism is raising questions, saying, why do you have this kind of a meeting if you're not willing to take in criticism from the citizens of Coimbatore? But we did also play out for you a reaction from Nirmala Sitharaman, in which, Pramod, clearly the finance minister is in fact lashing out at Mr. Srinivasan, saying, I don't believe in answering many of these questions.
It surely is, Akshita. The way that the finance minister was giving, it's like it's a little difficult to actually translate, because she says that like he was trying to speak in an amusing manner, and it will be actually kind of like a fodder for those who've been hating GST since its beginning. But they are like also claiming that these are her words, where she says like she does not know anything. They are calling her as pickle auntie, and how would she know? But she also tries to say that the council is watching each and every move, each and every difficulty that is faced by business owners, be it MSME or large-scale business owners, and the council, after taking representation from across all the states, are only deciding on it. A status report is required and action will be taken on it. And she says that everybody in the finance ministry are working hard to make sure that there is not a huge toll of tax on the commoner's head, Akshita.